Well, hey everybody, John Ritland here, and
the Durbinator.
SmackDown Live Charlotte was not that good.
Wasn't that bad either.
Right, it wasn't terrible. I'm gonna be very honest, I don't understand why WWE advertises matches and then ends up changing them or not having them happen. Like,
card is always subject to change.
Yes, but then they shouldn't promote them.
Yeah.
They scrapped a contenders match for the for Asuka's women's title. Somebody to face her at Fastlane.
Because they have so many matches booked for Fastlane right now.
They have 3 matches booked for Fastlane right now. 3 matches.
Speaking of card is subject to change.
Yes.
What did we start off with today?
We started off with a contract signing. Stephanie is in the ring, unfortunately. Shane is in the ring, unfortunately. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are already there, or Rowan.
They ran an entire hype package, making sure that people who, haven't been that exposed to Kofi's singles run back in the day, to really enlighten them on just how good he really is. But just when you thought we were going to have a great little Fastlane match.
Right, but first, Kofi and New Day do come out. Kofi celebrating, slapping hands at everybody, Big E's hamming it up like always, not making an Empire joke like he did last week. And then they're about ready to sign the contract, and then Vince appears.
Yes, like I was going to say, is just when you thought you were going to have a fun little match at Fastlane, there was no chance. No chance in hell.
Okay. Basically, the bottom line is Vince says, "Okay, Kofi, well, you're being replaced," and Kevin Owens appears. Now, I understand what the intent is, because Kofi was going to lose at Fastlane. Kofi's still going to lose at Mania. If you guys think that Vince is going to be smart enough to put the title on Kofi, he's not. But Kofi got replaced by Kevin Owens. Okay, cool. And Owens looks in great shape. Owens ain't going to win title at Fastlane either. But I will say this. I know what people think they're trying to do, but guys, Vince is intentionally filleting the build to Mania. Whether he intends to or not, he is. It's not gonna work.
He's intentionally filleting the run to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Whether he intends to or not.
Okay, well, no, whether he
I know
thinks,
what you
I know.
mean.
Right, it was a completely contradictory statement, but whether Vince is actually trying to do that or not, that's what he's doing. Because I get it, but here's the thing, it's trying to gauge what they're going to want to do with Kofi. It's like what they did with Becky and Charlotte and Ronda. I know it's what you said. It's like what they did with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. You didn't need to put Charlotte in that, and you did. You have unnecessarily put a bunch of roadblocks
into the line, into
matches. And by the way, a big problem is they have too many pay-per-views. They don't need pay-per-views between the Rumble and Mania. Okay, anyway. Go ahead.
No, continue.
No, about the segment. No, about the segment. I want to know what your thoughts were.
So, after you picked apart what I was going to tell you guys, Kofi, they're likely going to be building to Kofi versus Bryan at WrestleMania. One, because the bigger they build this, the more money they're going to make off of it. And that'll also give Daniel Bryan a bit of a longer run before maybe losing it at Mania. Possible. And like I was saying, they are going to be gauging crowd reaction and figuring out, it's like, well, maybe this is what the direction that they want to go for a little bit. Who knows?
And you're right, but Vince hasn't really listened to the fans all that much.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he did listen with Asuka, gave her the title, and then she has only been seen once since the Rumble on TV, and she lost to Mandy Rose. I want you to be right. I do. Because you speak with logic. I speak with angry fandom. Then the bar is out there.
Yes.
And
who are they facing? Jonn?
They're facing the not-so-broken woken Matt Hardy and Jeff.
Yes.
The Hardy Boys from nearby Cameron, North Carolina. I assume. I don't know.
Matt Hardy's got himself into much better shape.
Oh, God. Looked like he dropped like 30.
Good for him.
Yeah. The Hardys are done after Mania.
Probably. They should be. They're beaten and broken down. I'd say quit while they're ahead, but they're past that point a few years ago.
Maybe have them win the tag titles, or have them put somebody over at Mania, and then that's it. Because both of them can be agents, but I'm sorry, Jeff is wiped out, and Matt, yes, he's in great shape, but He's 3 years older than Jeff. Mm-hmm. His body is still beat up, even though he hasn't done quite the insane spots that Jeff has. But the Hardys beat the Bar. Okay, cool. It was fine. It was a fine match. Mm-hmm. But it was great to see Matt back in great shape. And then Ricochet and Aleister Black are backstage. Lana calls Aleister Black something.
Ordinary. Aleister Black and ordinary are two things in a sentence that don't belong unless you include the word not in between them.
Or extraordinary. That too. Lana, of course, shout out to Miss Melody. Lana was just upset because Aleister was dressed the same as her. That was good stuff. Honky Tonk Man is in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to tell you why now for sure I'm not going to watch the Hall of Fame.
Then now forever.
Right. One of the worst Intercontinental Champions of all time. You guys can disagree if you want. That's fine. It's okay to be wrong. I'm kidding. Honky Tonk Man never deserved to be in WWE. He was terrible when I was a kid. He got worse when I look back on him. The guy couldn't work. He's fucking rotten. And I don't need to see this slug of a human being that never deserved anything in wrestling, especially on the main stage, get his moment here. So we're for sure going to watch the MSG show that New Japan and Ring of Honor are putting on. Because the Hall of Fame last year was not worth reviewing.
No shit.
I mean, Hillbilly Jim's like 2-hour-long speech.
Why? Why him?
I mean, and Goldberg going on forever. I get it. It was their big moment, but it's Honky Tonk Man, bottom line, guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah. R-Truth has a U.S. Championship Open Challenge, and Carmella's there. Eyes up front, Corey.
I believe they were.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But of course the match couldn't start without a 7-second mute break.
Yeah. AKA the dance break, because Kevin Dunn needs to be filleted with a rusty potato peeler.
All they really did is they plucked out viewership from the Mixed Match Challenge when they saw that more people were tuning in with the dance breaks being included. But much like anything Kevin Dunn sees, after it involves a woman, they're going to overdo it.
I don't think he's overdone anything with a woman in his life.
By his standards.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, was she alive or was she inflatable?
Yes.
There you go. But
anything's inflatable.
It's true. R-Truth basically wants honor John Cena, or like continue his what his hero did and have an open challenge. And here's Andrade. It was so bad. Andrade was here.
The match wasn't bad.
No. Well, Andrade and then Ray comes down. And Ray blindsides Andrade because he's the face. They can't give Andrade anything. They can't.
They gave him a clothesline.
That's a good point. He got hit by a child. And of course, as Kurt Angle said after when he lost to Ray in the build-up to SummerSlam 2002, I just lost to a freaking 12-year-old. So, Ray versus Truth versus Andrade was a good match. It was well done. Why did Truth win?
Because they didn't be hot potato in the championship again.
Right, and I mean, I guess maybe they're going to have this rematch at Fastlane. Please give it to Andrade. For the love of fucking Christ, would you do something right? Vince, you goddamn moron. You should have gone to jail in the 90s. So anyway, and we wouldn't have wrestling like we do now. Because Jerry Jarrett wouldn't have run it good. Yeah, okay, Truth pins Ray, whatever. Yep. Ray and Andrade brawl a bit.
But at least Andrade didn't eat the pin this time.
He'll eat the Fastlane watch.
Please stop.
I hope it doesn't happen. But then we get a Charlotte promo. She's going to show up on Raw to become the champion because Ronda left the title. Are they not aware that? And I know I'm not faulting Charlotte here in this role. Mm-hmm. Unnecessary. You didn't need to include her in this. Just because Ronda's a pansy and doesn't like being booed because she's a little bitch and a Sandy Hook denier. And I hope to God her kids are smarter than her. Whenever she has them. Charlotte was not needed in this. They could do something else with her. They're going to end up doing a triple threat, probably. Because at this point, they're only 5 weeks away from Mania, about less than 5 weeks away, and they're too far in to cancel it.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is Becky's probably going to end up beating Charlotte, and then it's going to beat Ronda at Backlash after whatever. Charlotte's promo was delivered with some conviction, except she did botch some words, but that's the problem when you script people too much. Stop scripting people so much. I have notes.
Yeah, she botched a couple couple words, but it wasn't really anything significant.
No, I'm just saying, stop scripting. Give people bullet points. Let your plets go burst.
Yeah, then you gotta test out to see whether or not people can think on the spot. And when people think on the spot, they also mess up. So you'd end up with the same effect unless you had someone who's like a professional actor.
True.
Or an acting coach. Or an improv coach, you know.
They need to cut down on creative also. They got too many people writing.
That's only like 50 people.
That's too many.
I know.
You need to have like 5. Yeah. Okay, no Iconics, no Asuka, no Mandy, no Sonya. No Naomi, whatever, right?
We had a grand total of 2 female wrestlers show up.
We had 4 matches, sorry. They were on. They were in the. They were outside.
Oh no, 3.
They were outside.
We had Charlotte show up.
Yeah.
We had Zelina ringside for Andrade's match.
And Carmella.
Oh, and Carmella. 5. 4. No, we had Lana.
She's not a wrestler. We had 3. I'm sorry, Lana's not a wrestler.
Okay.
She's not. Okay, 4. We had 4.
Right, so.
I'll give you that. But you should have done this women's contender match or something. Now you're gonna have to do it next week, and you're gonna have no build to it.
Yep.
Aleister Black and Ricochet versus Nakamura and Rusev. Nakamura, one of the coolest entrances in WWE, did not get one.
Yes. He didn't get a TV entrance.
Rusev barely got one.
He got the end of his theme song.
Thanks, Vince, for successfully killing off Rusev Day, and you wonder why the fans have issues with what you're doing, because you're dumb.
And bad at everything, yes.
And when you leave, and God, I hope you do, and I hope the XFL fails and it just eats you alive. But then, hopefully somebody else can take over and do better. Not Stephanie. So it was a good match, good tag.
Mm-hmm.
Black Mass ends up pinning Nakamura.
Yes.
Just really imagine
that Black Mass is known as Aleister.
It is. Zelina knows about it. Aleister versus Nakamura would be a nice feud. If Nakamura sticks around. I don't know if he's re-signed or not. I don't know. But then we get Styles and Orton. And it's going to be a Mania feud because they're talking backstage and everything. Kayla says to AJ Styles that he's in the first slump of his wrestling career. Claire Lynch. That's something that will haunt AJ Styles.
Till the day he dies.
It'll also haunt Dixie Carter, because Dixie Carter's an idiot and a dumb cunt.
Right there with the Katie Vick angle. Okay.
Claire Lynch was worse. I mean, Katie Vick was more tasteless, but Claire Lynch went on for months. Katie Vick was over in like 3 weeks.
Yep.
So, Lacey Evans walked and then left.
What the fuck? Kafuckatha? What?
Lacey can actually wrestle. Do people know that? You know that.
Yeah.
I know that.
This is perplexing, to say the very least.
Yeah. We then have Reigns recaps. Good that he's in remission. All that. We covered that in the Raw review. Check that out. Owens and Kofi. Because Owens said he wanted to team with Kofi. He said earlier in the night, I want to team with Kofi Kingston.
Against Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan.
Are they calling him Eric Rowan or is he just Rowan?
Yes.
Okay. It was a good match.
Just call him Rowan, but you know.
Yeah. Kofi guys asked.
Vince is not no good at more than one word per name.
He's gonna soon call Kevin Owens Owens. Kofi got beat up for most of this. I mean, I get it. They're building Owens versus Bryan, and Owens ended up pinning Bryan with a stunner. I want to be optimistic about Mania, but Vince has not made me that optimistic.
I know.
C+.
Yeah, C+ is fair grade. It was a bit scattered here and there. There were things missing on here that really should be there. We didn't have a single women's match. And you're wanting to build to pay-per-view. And then you want to be able to have a WrestleMania pathway after that. What the fuck are you guys thinking?
Why even have the SmackDown Women's title if you're going to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, after that great match Asuka and Becky had at the Rumble. If you want to have Mandy face Asuka and Asuka beat her and then Asuka face Mandy and
How about a
Sonya
Champions pay-per-view where the Raw and SmackDown women go up against each other and create a unified championship?
Something like that, except they won't do that because Fox wants, the brand, their own brand on that. Nia Champions also was a thing they watered down. I like your idea though, but C+, for you and...
C++, I've got a poll right up here.
Yep.
You can grade. There's no pluses or minuses because there's only 5 options I'm allowed to give you. So let me know.
But yeah, so
or you know,
we will be having We will also be doing the Raw SmackDown reviews next week. We will do the predictions for Fastlane right afterwards. I guarantee you 5 matches will have been announced by then. But do you agree? Do you disagree with what we said? Like, share, subscribe, comment, leave some comments, and look at the thumbnail at the end of the video from this guy. That too. But yeah, this has been Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland and
the Durbinator.
And you will be back with the 205 Live NXT review tomorrow.
Yes. Bye.